समुद्रवसने देवी पर्वतस्थनमण्डले विष्णुपत्नी नमस्तुभ्यम् पादस्पर्शं क्षमस्व मे
Namaste. My name is Shefali, and I am a Hindu American.
My name is Animesh, and I am a Hindu American.
We are assembled here for Diwali to celebrate the beauty of an ancient culture through its performing arts. Diwali or Deepavali means an array of lamps.
Hindus are a micro-minority in the United States, making up 0.7% of the population, or approximately 2.2 million people. Further enriching the cultural diversity of the United States, the majority of Indian Americans are Hindus. Yoga and Ayurveda that have become an integral part of the American health consciousness are core tenets of the Hindu tradition. Hindu Americans are a highly educated community, with nearly half having graduate degrees and making significant contributions in science, technology, and various other sectors of our economy.
As we celebrate Diwali, the removal of the darkness of ignorance with the light of truth, we will reflect on our traditions as we see them. This is to spread awareness and remove the misconceptions and stereotypes that exist in our society, perhaps formed during the colonial era. We welcome everyone today to celebrate the festival of Deepavali together. Please join us in this invocation chant.
Namaste. My name is Aneesh.
I am Sameera,
We are
Hindu Americans.
What you just heard is the Gayatri Mantra. It is a part of the Rig Veda, the world's most ancient living tradition, known to be at least 3,500 years old. It says, we meditate upon the universal being to illuminate our minds with divine light and elevate our consciousness from the gross to the subtle to the cosmic.
consciousness pervades every element of this universe, immanent in every speck of space, in every unit of time, in every nook and corner, and in every particle of creation. We call this omnipresent divinity Brahman. It is to this formless, Nirakara, qualityless, Nirguna, supreme consciousness that powers me and you we bow to when we say Namaste.
We see the same consciousness that manifests in the physical world as fire, water, plants, trees, birds, animals, insects, and all the wonderful things we see around us. We believe that like us, they have the same right to exist in this universe. I am Nachiket, and I am a Hindu American.
We recognize our oneness with them and see them as an integral part of the divinity. People often mistake this aspect of Hinduism as having multiple gods. It is the one divine that we see manifest in many forms. Due to our limited ability to comprehend the formless divine, we use powerful symbolism and sacred art.
When the divinity incarnates or manifests in flesh and blood as an earthly being, we call that person Avatar. Yes, the very term that inspired the James Cameron 2007 movie, Avatar. The interconnected neural network of Pandora's Navi people and trees seem to have been inspired by the Hindu idea of supreme consciousness that we call Brahman. We believe that there have been 9 such avatars, and the last one was Gautama Buddha. I'm Harshith, and I'm a Hindu American.
The 7th avatar was Rama, who spent 14 years in exile and rescued his wife Sita from the evil demon Ravana. His return to his kingdom of Ayodhya after 14 years is one of several stories behind the celebration of Diwali. Rama is considered an inspiration for his character, integrity, compassion, and governance. His influence has traveled far beyond India over the past several millennia. The great 16th century Vaishnava saint and poet Tulsidas describes Rama's magnanimous personality in his composition Sri Ramachandra Kripalu. My name is Neha and I am a Hindu American.
Let us experience this immortal piece through Bharatanatyam. It uses abhinaya, gestures and facial expressions, and nritta, rhythm and dance, to portray the spirit of Tulsidas's composition in the glory of Rama.
Hindus abstain from activities and diets that are known to be tamasic, or those that weigh you down, as opposed to rejuvenating you.
The roots of vegetarianism in our culture come from the oneness we see with other beings and the divine. While not everyone follows a vegetarian diet, most find their own sweet spot in maintaining a balance. In modern parlance, we would call it minimizing our footprint or causing the least harm to the nature around us. We call this Ahimsa, non-violence, the number one precondition for the yogic process. Ahimsa is an idea that inspired Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and Nelson Mandela in their quest for social justice. Ahimsa is a core tenet of Hinduism.
An essential aspect of the divine is the unraveling of creation and the quality of the material universe. We worship and hold sacred this as the feminine aspect of the divine, Shakti. If the supreme consciousness is the potency, Shakti is the kinetic aspect of the divine, without which there would be no universe. Women are seen as an embodiment of Shakti. It is perhaps due to this stature of woman that made it not unusual for Indians to democratically elect a woman as their prime minister as early as 1966.
This duality of the qualityless supreme consciousness and the feminine divine is beautifully depicted in Sanskrit literature on the life of the eighth avatar, Krishna. He accompanied his wife Satyavama to vanquish the evil Narakasura and rescued 16,000 women held captive by the evil demon. This day is also celebrated as part of Diwali on the 14th day of the waning moon.
Krishna is also called as Govardhana Giridhara, since he lifted the Govardhan mountain on his little finger to protect the entire forest with all its varied life forms, symbolic of the equal grace of the divine across the cosmos. The following piece is in Krishna's glory, composed by the great poet Saint Narayan Tirtha, sometime at the turn of the 17th century. Govardhana Giridhara Thank you all. Best wishes and happy Diwali.